Welcome to Minnesota. Okay. I'm going to try not to do that anymore.
None of us will use that accent.
Yeah, don't worry. It's just every time Anyway, so what are we looking at here? So we have the normal stuff as far as the what we've spent up top there. And then all the rules, again, all but one little but important rule is printed here on the board just like the Japan map was. The big thing is down here in Chicago. We have a coal market, which if the coal market runs out, stays at $3. But a couple of things. All of these connections down here at the bottom that say Chicago are all connected to here, first and foremost. All right. The other things here is these. Oh, you can only take coal from here. From the market, I should say. And then that'll be replenished if and when coal mines are built in any of these spots, obviously. Everybody is allowed to build one in each of those cities. Well, obviously, one person is allowed there in Wilmington. Also, here's one of the big MacGuffins on this game is when you sell, and by selling I mean it's not cotton mills, they're like flour or something, Martin.
Paper mills, power mills.
Anyway, the mills or manufactured goods, you can also sell coal and you can also sell iron. And we'll talk about an example of that here in a little bit. But you can always sell from these if there's holes in the market, get paid for that, and then if it's empty, flip it over, just like normal, okay? Then, over here in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, also St. Anthony Falls, all of these are, for all intents and purposes, one city, sort of. They're individual cities for counting rail at the end of the game. However, you can only build once in each of them because, again, they are not four-city or four-spot cities. And, yeah, otherwise, yeah. So but effectively, it's one, sort of three cities. And St. Paul isn't connected to any rail. Keep that in mind, okay, for scoring at the end of the game.
And it means that if you're built in St. Paul with a counter, you can build in St. Anthony Falls with a industry card. You do not have to have a blue card.
Right, you're right, because you already have presence there. Sure, right. All right, then we'll go ahead and talk about the three hydropowers. There's a hydropower here in
Bemidji,
obviously, and Fergus Falls, as well as St. Anthony Falls. It's kind of in the name. Hydropower is when you build either mills or manufacturing. If it requires coal, it doesn't on this map because hydropower in the blue locations specifically. All right, and then we have selling iron via the ships. Now we have a bit of a example set up here, so you can see it there. So when you sell, again, selling mills or manufactured goods, these iron markets also accept iron. They do not require iron, or they do not
provide iron.
Provide iron. But in order for this ship to flip, that iron has to be provided. So what you could do, let's say Red, Shrey in this case, wants to, get his ship flipped. So as part of his selling, he could take iron from anywhere on the board that's connected. Take it here, through there, onto the shipping area. That's one. Even though that isn't his ironworks, he can still do it. This ironworks is now devoid of iron. Hey, Martin's happy. Didn't realize it was a team game, but I should know better, Shrey and Martin. And then over here, they can go ahead and take one of the iron there, put it down, and hey, congrats, that is now fulfilled. That flips over. And then, when that's done, what we're going to do is that iron will go away, and we will cover it up. This actually counts as a off-board location, or a rail connection. Mm-hmm. Don't ask me why, because it makes no sense, because there's no rail. There's only
sea lane, yeah.
Yeah, but in other mountain. Anyway.
And one thing to important note is when you take this coal, you have to pay the money.
Yeah, you're right. You're buying the coal from there to supply it here.
Yeah.
So you are. If you were to overbuild that ship, then this goes away and whatever you overbuilt it
Makes sense.
so that it could then flip over like so.
And you can only overbuild yourself if it's a ship.
Right.
Yep.
All right. So that's that example. The cards work normal. There's 2 draw decks. There's not a good spot for us to put them. So that's why they are where they are. And
then the brown.
oh, right. At the very top over there, let's here move the deck a little bit. And it says all brown locations are part of the iron range, and all they produce 1 extra cube if you build an ironworks, but you also get an extra $2 whenever you flip them. So it's slower, but hey, more money. So there's that. There you go. That's the MacGuffins. That is how you play Minnesota. See, that was normal-ish. Yeah. And thanks for watching, y'all. Hopefully it was fun or informative or helpful or maybe all of the above or some of the above. If so, consider watching one of those videos and subscribing to the channel. Certainly does help, and maybe even consider supporting us over on Patreon. All of those things really do help the channel. We appreciate it. Thanks, y'all.